Hello everyone. Today we are discussing about the next experiment, that is the experiment number 4, to determine the content of paracetamol by linear regression analysis and calibration curve method. This is the very important experiment in our syllabus. In this experiment we are studying one parameter of the analytical method validation, that is the linearity. Okay, so determination of the concentration by the linear regression analysis of the given unknown sample. So first we prepared the standard solution. So first we prepared the standard stock solution of the paracetamol. Preparation of the standard stock solution of the paracetamol having the concentration 1 mg per ml or 1000 microgram per ml. So where the 100 mg of paracetamol, pure paracetamol, transfer a 100 ml of volumetric flask, add 0.1 normal NaOH 50 ml, shake for few minutes and make up the volume of 100 ml with 0.1 normal NaOH. If any particulate matter is observed, then filter the solution and it is ready for the preparation of the further dilution. So this is your first solution, that is the 1 mg per ml having the concentration 1000 microgram per ml. From this solution, pipette out 10 ml. From this solution, pipette out 10 ml and make up the volume up to 100 ml. Make up the volume up to 100 ml with 0.1 normal NaOH. So concentration become 100 microgram per ml. From this stock solution, this is the stock solution generally. It is used for the further dilution. From this prepared solution, make a different concentration in the range of 2 ppm, 4 ppm, 6 ppm, 8 ppm and 10 ppm or 2 microgram, 4 microgram, 6 microgram, 8 microgram and 10 microgram each in a 25 ml of volumetric flask. So total 6 dilutions are prepared: 2 ppm, 4 ppm, 6 ppm, 8 ppm and 10 ppm. So total 5 different concentrations are prepared from this stock solution. Then preparation of one blank also for the auto zero. Then measure the absorbance of this solution, that is a 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 microgram solution at 257 nanometer using UV spectrophotometer and construct the calibration curve on x-axis, that is your concentration and y-axis, that is your absorbance. Okay, so measure your concentration, that is a 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Measure this concentration at 257 nanometer and note down the absorbance of this solution. So make a one calibration curve, make the one straight line, that is your best fit line from this reading. So make up the calibration curve and measure the absorbance of unknown and then extrapolate the absorbance on x-axis and determine the concentration. Now next, preparation of the sample solution. Already sample solution is given to you in a test tube. So from this solution, what is the quantity of this solution is not matter. How much quantity is given, there is 1 liter, 2 liter, 1 ml, 10 ml, 50 ml. So as per the procedure, you can prepare out 1 ml of the given sample solution. Already sample solution is provided in a test tube. So from this solution you can prepare out 1 ml of this sample solution and dilute up to 10 ml. Dilute up to the 10 ml with 0.1 normal NaOH. From this solution, from this 10 ml solution, pipette out again 1 ml and dilute up to the 25 ml with the 0.1 normal NaOH and measure the absorbance of this. So at 257 nanometer using the UV visible spectrophotometer. Then determine the concentration As per our aim, determine the concentration using the calibration graph and linear regression method. So calibration graph method is already explained. So for example, what will be the absorbance is find out from this solution. You can determine and extrapolate on the x-axis. So you can easily find out the concentration. Easily find out the concentration by calibration curve method. So this is the general procedure for the preparation of your solutions for the determination of content by linear regression analysis and calibration curve method. So simple one table also there for the preparation of solution. So already we are preparing the stock solution having the concentration 100 microgram per ml. Already we are preparing the 100 microgram per ml. This 100 microgram per ml solution, first you can not taking the any stock solution, that is a 0 ml. So 0 ml of this solution make up the volume up to 25 ml with 0.1 normal NaOH. So concentration become 0. This is your first. Then pipette out 0.5 ml of the your 100 microgram solution. 0.5 ml of the 100 microgram solution. Then dilute up to the 25 ml. So concentration become 2 microgram per ml or 2 ppm. Same again 1 ml, then 1.5 ml, 2 ml, 2.5 ml from this 100 microgram solution and make up the volume up to 25 ml with 0.1 normal NaOH. So concentration of your 0.5 ml is 2 ppm, 1 ml is 4 ppm, 1.5 ml is 6 ppm, 2 ml is the 8 ppm and 2.5 is the 10 ppm or 10 microgram per ml. And measure the absorbance of this at the UV visible spectrophotometer. Now we are going for the measuring the absorbance.
Start.
Okay, after preparation of the different solutions, so that is the first one is your 0, that is a blank. Then next one is your preparation of the your 2 ppm, 4 ppm, 6 ppm, 8 ppm, then 10 ppm and then your sample solution. Now these solutions are prepared by using the your NaOH, 0.1 normal NaOH. So first wash the cover with distilled water and auto zero with your NaOH. Auto zero with your NaOH. So already NaOH is used in your blank volumetric flask also. So clean both the cover and fill both the sample cell as well as reference cell covered with the NaOH. Okay. So fill with the NaOH for the auto zero, because we are preparing all the dimension with 0.1 normal NaOH. Now already we have set the wavelength, that is a 257 nanometer. Now we are going for the auto zero. So at 257 nanometer we are keeping both the cover filled with the NaOH and auto zero with the instrument at the 257 nanometer. Now remove the sample cover and measure the absorbance of this 2 ppm solution at 257 nanometer. Now measure the absorbance of this 4 ppm solution or 4 microgram per ml solution. Then measure the absorbance of 6 ppm solution Then measure the absorbance of 8 ppm solution. Then measure the absorbance of this 10 ppm solution. That is your final stock solution or final solution prepared from the or last solution prepared from the stock solution. That is a 10 ppm solution. And at the end, measure the absorbance of your sample solution. So, in this way, measure all the absorbance, means 2 ppm, 4 ppm, 6 ppm, 8 ppm, 10 ppm. It is the solution prepared from your standard, and last solution is your sample solution. So total 6 reading, 5 reading of your standard and 1 from your sample solution. Now after measurement of your absorbance of the UV visible spectroscopy or UV visible spectrophotometer, we have measured the absorbance of concentration 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So I will note down the absorbance, that is your Y. Concentration is considered as X, the absorbance is considered as the Y. So absorbance at 2 ppm is the 0.195, at 4 ppm 0.323, at 6 ppm 0.471, at 8 ppm 0.597, and at 10 ppm 0.744, and absorbance of your sample solution absorbance is equal to 0.331. This is the absorbance of your sample solution. Okay. So as per the linear regression analysis, we require the x square, y square and xy. So first x square. So what is the value of x square? 2 into 2 or 2 square is the 4. Then 16, 36, 64, 100. Y square. So 0.0380, 0.1043, 0.471 square is the 0.2218, then 0.597 square is the 0.3564, and 0.744. Y square is the 0.5535 x into y. So this value x into y. So value is 0.39, 1.292, 2.826, 4.776, 7.44. So complete the table. So summation of x is equal to 30. Summation of y is the 2.33. Summation of x square, sum of the all these value is 220. Summation of y square is the 1.274. Summation of xy is the 16.724. Okay. So this table is generally required for the calculation of linear regression method. So what is the formula for the linear regression method? Is the y is equal to alpha plus beta x. Y is equal to alpha plus beta x, where y is the absorbance of your sample solution. That is a 0.331. Okay, this is already we have measured on the UV spectroscopy. So absorbance of unknown, that is the y value is a 0.331. Alpha, what is the alpha? Alpha is the intercept of the y. Alpha is the intercept of the y-axis and beta is the slope of line. Beta is the slope of line and x is the concentration. So first we calculate the value of alpha and beta by using the equation. So what is the equation for determination of the alpha? Is the alpha is equal to summation of x in bracket, next bracket summation of x square minus summation of x into next bracket summation of x into y upon n into summation of x square minus summation of x bracket square. So that is the formula for the alpha. Formula for beta is the n into summation of xy minus summation of x y upon n into summation of x square minus summation of x bracket square. So this is the formula for the determination of the value of alpha and beta, where n is equal to number of reading. So total number of reading is how much? That is a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So n is equal to 5. So put the value. That is the summation of x की value. How much? Summation of x square मतलब कितना है? Summation of x की value. This value is put into your equation and calculate your value of alpha and beta. So I will put the value first. Summation of y is the value of summation of y. Summation of y value is the 2.23. So 2.33 into summation of x square 220 minus summation of x square. So summation of x value is 30 minus summation of xy value is 16.724 upon n is the value 5 into summation of x square 220 minus summation of x bracket square. So summation of x 30 bracket square. So write down the value. First multiply these, then multiply these, then minus then 512.6 minus multiply this value 501.72 upon multiply 1100 minus 30 square is the 900. Then solve this. So 10.88 upon 200. So value of alpha is the 0.0544. So that is the value of alpha. Next, calculate the value of beta. N is the 5 into summation of xy is the value is 16.724 minus summation of x is the 30 into bracket summation of xy value is the 2.33 upon n value is a 5 into summation of x square 220 minus summation of x square, so 30 square. Put the value first multiplier. So 83.62 minus 69.9 upon 1100 minus 900. So minus 13.72 upon 200. So value of beta is the 0.0686. Value of beta is the 0.0686. So we can find out the alpha and beta value. So put the value of alpha and beta in our equation. So already we know the y is the absorbance of sample solution. So put the value of y 0.331 is equal to alpha. Value of alpha is the 0.0544 plus value of beta is the 0.0686 into x. So 0.311 minus 0.0544 is equal to 0.06868. Therefore, x is equal to 0.331 minus 0.0544 upon 0.0686. So, value become 0.2766 upon 0.0686. Therefore, divided to 4.032 microgram per ml. So that is the x. X is nothing but your concentration. X is nothing but your concentration. So, what is the dilution factor? What is the dilution factor? So, already we have given sample. From this sample, we have measured the 1 ml. 1 ml dilute up to the 10 ml. From this 10 ml, we are again put out 1 ml dilute up to the 25 ml. So, yeah, in this 10 times diluted, 25 times diluted. So, dilution factor is equal to 10 into 25 is equal to 25x. So, dilution factor is 250. So, multiply this value into the dilution factor. So, 4.032 into dilution factor. So, 4.032 into 250 is equal to 1008 microgram per ml. So, in milligram, 1.008 milligram per ml or 100.8 milligram per 100 ml. Okay, so value of your paracetamol or content of your paracetamol in a given sample solution is in 1 ml there is a 1.008 mg per ml and in 100 ml is a 100.8 mg per 100 ml by the linear regression method. Now next, contained by the calibration curve method. Contained by the calibration curve method. So, as per the measured absorbance at 2 ppm, at 4 ppm, at 6 ppm, at 8 ppm and at 10 ppm. So, we have got the straight line, that is a linear line. X-axis concentration, y-axis absorbance. So, unknown. What is the absorbance of unknown? Is 0.331. So, we are extrapolate on the x-axis. So, we have find out the concentration, that is the microgram per ml. Microgram per ml is 4 microgram per ml. So, multiply by dilution factor, 4 into dilution factor. So, quantity 4 into 250. So, quantity is 1000 microgram per ml. So, in milligram is the 1 milligram per ml or 100 milligram in 100 ml. So, in question paper or in your examination, sometimes you can report the result in a mg per 100 ml. So, that time you are convert the quantity into the mg per 100 ml also. So, as per the requirement, you can write down your result or the report of the examiner. Thank you.